All right, everyone. We're super glad to be back here for yet another Banbury Boys session. We wanted to discuss in this first segment something that we may have touched on in the past, but has really seemed to take a hold in our market just recently, and that's magnetic latching systems with locks. So the typical lock that you will generally have seen in Calgary on interior doors has a sprung-loaded tongue. So the tongue just shoots out with the spring, and as it goes past the strike, it pushes in and then clicks back out. So there's a kind of a new revolutionary thing that's really taken off lately, and that's instead of having the sprung-loaded latch like this, the latch tongue is held in place by a magnet until it comes into contact with the strike plate, and then the magnet, in the strike plate, there's a piece that will then pull that latch out automatically. So it's we've done about 4 jobs with it in the last 4 weeks. It's really taken off. In this case, with this company, we have a roseless lever to give you that very minimalist look, paired with a magnetic mortise lock. There's also magnetic tubular locks. So I'm going to let Cam just talk more about the in-depth function of how the magnetic locks work.
Yeah, what's really great about the advent of these magnetic locks is it allows for sort of return-free openings, so less need for casing and jam prep and all that, which makes a really nice, clean, modern look. Typically, when you're looking at a magnetic lock, it's going to be a mortise lock, which does require a little bit of forethought and a little bit of preparation, giving your door maker the heads up that you're going to be using a mortise lock, which is why this sort of tubular version from a company we sell called Inox is great, because it will allow you to use this sort of next step of technology in a pre-existing pre-cut door, at least. It will require some prep to a jam, but a lot of times in new builds, your doors are going to come pre-drilled, so it does limit your options. So this is a great way to get sort of the function without having to, plan so far in advance. What's great about this is it actions like a normal door to open it, and then when you turn it back into the jam, it just connects when it's close. So a little bit quieter, there's no scraping, and it allows for a really nice clean look. In our other videos, we talk a lot about pivot doors, and when you're putting trim or decorative hardware on a pivot door, you always have to think about what kind of hardware can I use? And something like this is great because it allows the door to swing both ways once it's open, which you don't see with a lot of other sort of standard tubular locks.
Yeah, we were just actually at a conference down in the US, and apparently this has really taken off there to a great extent. We are seeing it, like I say here, it took a while, but the adoption's coming to Canada, so we're really excited about it as well.
What is great about this as well is that you can specify that you want a magnetic lock, and that lock can be used with several different hardware manufacturers. So you're not necessarily bound to using one brand's lock, which gives us greater flexibility in choosing different trim for the hardware. Say your project is a little bit more traditional or a little bit more transitional, and you don't want something that's super clean and super modern, we can still achieve the lock functionality by using an aftermarket lock with different trim provider. So it's a pretty versatile option. We're excited to see where it goes.